Well, I'm really excited to be announcing a new development that Michael Saunders and Company is a part of in actual St. Pete. So I know that this channel is all about living in Lakewood Ranch, but today we're going to travel just a little bit north to St. Pete. And I want to show you this little broadcast that came on not too long ago.
St. Petersburg will see the start of another big development to their downtown area.
Yeah, a new condo high-rise is expected to be the tallest residential building on the west coast of Florida. Marco Villarreal joins us now from Central Avenue in St. Petersburg, and it's a pretty building, Marco.
It's going to be amazing and gorgeous when it's done. Right now, all you have out here is this big grassy lot, but soon 46 stories is what this building is going to be, and it's going to add to the St. Petersburg skyline. Take a look at what it'll look like when it's all said and done. A new residential high-rise, the Residences at 400 Central, is expected to be the tallest on the west coast of Florida. It's going to hold over 300 condos with 9 different floor plans, as big as 4-bedroom homes. Some will be as nice as penthouses, others 2-story condos. The builders are boasting views into the Tampa Bay or the Gulf of Mexico, depending on which side of the building you live on. There will even be a pool, putting green, bocce court, outdoor kitchen, dog walking area, the works. This is expected to add a lot to the community here that is already bursting with growth and development.
So we're very excited that Michael Saunders and Company has been selected as the premier real estate company to market this property. And today I actually have a guest from the 400 Central complex, Andrew Warren. So Andrew, welcome, and thank you so much for taking your time today to come and join us.
Thank you, Mark. I'm very happy to be here.
Great. So what can you tell us before we get started? Give us an idea of what is so special about St. Pete.
Well, St. Petersburg is called the Sunshine City. We have on average 361 days of sun every year. And there's so much to go into. So St. Petersburg is centralized around a walkable urban core. And my building is located at the heart of it. You know, it is very much a city of convenience. There's the restaurants, the shops, the bay is a water, and the waterfront parks are about a 5-minute walk away. If you're traveling, Tampa International Airport, the #1 international airport in the country, is about 25 minutes away. And you know, we are constantly winning awards. For you dog lovers out there, we are ranked #1, the #1 dog-friendly city in the country last year. So people move to Florida for the sun, and outdoor lifestyle is a big part of the appeal of St. Pete. You know, our park system was ranked the #1 park system in Florida last year by the Trust for Public Land, and it's number 14 nationally, which if you think about how many amazing parks there are in this country, that's a pretty big deal. The new St. Pete Pier was opened up recently and was ranked the top urban project in the country last year by the Urban Lands Institute. But really, we're more than parks. Like I said before, we're a walkable urban core. There is a very vibrant downtown culture in St. Pete. Every weekend, there are festivals and outdoor markets. Central Avenue, which again is the beating heart of St. Pete, it really runs from Tampa Bay to the Gulf of Mexico. And when you're downtown, just next to the bay, for about 30 blocks, you can walk straight down Central. It's just filled with restaurants and shops, bars, there's establishments. There are over 450 murals painted all over downtown. It just gives it this very kind of, again, vibrant, independent feel. Because the vast majority of the establishments downtown, the restaurants, the shops, they're all independently owned and operated for the most part. We don't have many chains downtown. So people often compare us to Austin. They, you know, where St. Pete is like Austin, only we have a beach. And on top of that, our food scene is truly incredible. Last year, for example, Tampa Bay was ranked one of the top 5 destinations in the country for foodies. We have 8 museums located in this very tight-knit urban core, and that includes the Dali Museum, which features the work of Salvador Dali. So really, over the last few years, St. Pete has transformed into a truly world-class destination that honestly has something for everyone.
What makes the Residences at 400 Central so unique?
That's a great question. So we are going to be 46 stories, 301 residences. So we'll be the tallest building in St. Petersburg. And as you can see here, we have an incredibly unique design. The architect for this building is Arquitectonica. They are based out of Miami. They're a globally acclaimed firm. They have projects in Shanghai, Hong Kong, Paris, London, New York, truly world renowned. So this building for us, they conceived this to be a landmark from conception. So this was always meant to be something that would be globally recognized here at a destination in and of itself here in St. Petersburg. We take up a full city block. We are 33 feet above sea level and not in a flood zone, which is quite important here in Florida. And as you can see, we sit at this angle. And what that did is it opened up all of our view corridors. We have some absolutely stunning downtown and bay views. From the higher floors facing west, you will see the Gulf of Mexico. And then down at the base of my building, we've created what we're calling a destination downstairs. There's going to be over 60,000 square feet of retail space, including restaurant space. And this will be very much in keeping with the character and charm of Central Avenue that I mentioned to you earlier. So no big box stores. We're going to have a lot of independent establishments in there, some high-end markets, and some really beautiful restaurants. And the idea behind the retail space is, again, to complement our amenities so that everything a resident would need would be just at the base of their building. Not that anyone's going to stay on one block in St. Pete, but if you needed to, you could. And as far as what we're offering, we have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and some 4 bedrooms here downtown, including, as you heard on that video, we do have double-story penthouses available as well, and some townhomes on the lower end of the building. My prices will range from $1 million to about $8 million for my largest penthouse.
Well, that's a pretty good range, but it sounds like it would fit a lot of different budgets.
Absolutely. We have something for everyone in this building.
Well, besides the actual condos themselves, can you tell me what the amenities are going to be like?
Absolutely. We have a full suite of luxury amenities, over 36,000 square feet of space. It's one of the largest amenity decks in the Tampa Bay region. And this truly will be 5-star accommodations in the heart of St. Pete. We'll have your standard resort pool, fitness center, your boardroom, co-working space, but we're also going to have that bocce court and the dog run, a billiards room. It is a 24/7 attended lobby. We have a 24/7 valet parking for our residents. Additionally, we have what's called a lifestyle coordinator. This is a concierge type position. Their responsibility is to make sure that residents are getting the most out of the lifestyle that the building and St. Pete have to offer. So they're going to be taking a more proactive approach in ensuring residents can be engaged in community should they like. They'll be organizing, yoga classes for residents, cocktail hours, movie nights, but also they're your resource for what's going on in Tampa Bay. What shows are playing this weekend? Is there a new restaurant that's opened up? What festivals are coming to town? So this has been a very popular amenity that my buildings offered. A lot of our part-time residents or maybe snowbirds, people who aren't here full-time, have really appreciated what that's going to do for them while they're in town.
That sounds incredible. It sounds like there's going to be an awful lot.
There is, but I'm not done. So we also have a rooftop observation deck and sky lounge. And because I mentioned we're going to be the tallest building in the city, so this is a very unique space for us. It's hard to find this, but you will have unobstructed panoramic views in pretty much every direction. You will get to watch the sunrise over Tampa Bay. You have Tampa city skyline in the distance. You see the Skyway Bridge to your south. And then, of course, you'll have the Gulf of Mexico to your west. And have those sunsets right over the Gulf. It's going to be beautiful because in total, we're about 515 feet in the air.
So let's take a look inside. Have you got something that you can show us what the purchasers might expect to get as far as fits and finishes and that kind of thing?
So if we go inside, these are going to be truly world-class residences. Italian porcelain on the floors, quartz countertops in your kitchen, European cabinetry. We carried that into the bathrooms as well. Every residence will have a spa bathroom with double showers. We have a few that have deep soaking tubs. But what really sets us apart is we are a gas building. It's very hard to find that here in Florida, but every residence will come standard with a gas range, 6-burner commercial grade range with a hood that vents out. And more than that, one thing we really tried to take advantage of here was the indoor-outdoor living aspect that makes Florida so wonderful. So every residence will come with a balcony that runs the full length of their residence, and they're quite deep. I mean, my shortest balcony is going to be around 35 feet, and the longest is over 120 feet. And then each end of my building are these really beautiful 3-bed, 3.5 baths that wrap all the way around. So you get about 270 degrees worth of views from these. They're spectacular. They've been some of the most popular, and truly, it's hard to find anything like that on this coast of Florida. So we are excited. We're offering truly an incredible product here. I think our buyers have been extremely excited about it.
Well, that's really good. Speaking of the building itself, can you give us an idea of who is behind this project, from a developer and a structural design?
Absolutely. So I already mentioned our architect. They are going to be, again, Arquitectonica out of Miami. My developer is Red Apple Group and John Kasmatidis. So John is a self-made member of the Forbes 400. He's extremely well capitalized. And, this is a passion project for him. His wife is from this area. They've been coming down here since the 80s. So this is his way to give back to St. Pete, to give back to a place he loves. It's meant to be really a legacy for him and his family. So in addition to maintaining ownership of that retail and office space, he's actually taking a residence in the building. So he'll be your neighbor, and he's going to be going up and down the elevators with everyone from time to time. Next, our interiors. You saw those beautiful interiors that we have. They were designed by Celano Design Studios. Celano is out of New York City as well. They have an incredible track record. They do a lot of work with high-end hospitality groups. And for us, they went with that beautiful mid-century modern aesthetic. So we're excited to have Celano on board. And then, of course, our builder. So we are working with Suffolk. They are a national builder. They've built tall towers in New York, all over the country, and we're working with their local Tampa office. But they have, again, also a track record of building high-rises all across Florida. So this truly is a stellar team. And of course, I am with Michael Saunders. We are the exclusive representatives for the building. So we have truly a stellar team put together to bring you this incredible, world-renowned project here in Florida.
Well, that's really good. I really appreciate this information, and I know that it's going to be a very popular destination, a great place in St. Pete, and of course, it will become one of those buildings that it's like, hey, have you seen the tallest building on Florida's Gulf Coast? And that's going to be right there in St. Pete at 400
Agreed.
Central.
Agreed. We will be the premier address here in St. Pete.
So something that we hadn't touched on. What about parking? Where are the owners going to be able to park?
Right. So I mentioned we have a valet. It'll be 24/7 and included in your HOA fees, your condo fees. Every residence will come with 2 parking spaces. One will be exclusive to the valet, and then one will be an assigned self-park space. But in addition to parking, every residence will also come with a storage unit that will be included in the purchase price.
Good. And will the storage unit be located next to the parking spot, or will it be in a central area itself?
So actually, what's nice about the storage for the building is it's all inside the building. So it is secured, it's air conditioned, you can keep sensitive materials in there. That'll be likely on one of the lower floors.
Got it. And let me kind of end up with this. What do you think the buyers would expect for a completion date, move-in date? And are they going to release it in tiers as they go up? How is that going to work?
Well, at this point, we are looking at completion at the end of 2024. So for our lower floors, you'd probably start moving in at the end of 24. If you're on a higher floor, it could be sometime in the first quarter of 25. But so at this point, you can think of within 2 years. Right now we have finished putting in all of our pilings. We're about to pour our slab, and then we're going to start coming out of the ground and going vertical in another month or so. So this building is full steam ahead. We did receive our full financing this past January. So at this point, nothing's going to stop the project. We are very excited.
Good. Now, one thing that we didn't touch on that we might conclude with is, can you give us a sense of what the condo fees are going to be for the building?
Of course. So my condo fees, on average for the building, you're looking at about 52 cents a square foot. This is quite low for the region. But there's a lot of reasons for that. It is a big building. We are not in a flood zone. Included in HOAs is going to be your reserves, your water, sewer, trash, your cooking gas, obviously the 24/7 valet, lifestyle coordinator, building exterior insurance, all of the typical things your HOA includes. As a resident, you're responsible for your electricity and your cable.
If you can give me an idea about what percentage of the building is under contract at this time.
So we've been selling for a little over a year now, and we are already approximately 35% sold. So we are ahead of schedule at this point. No, so the demand's been really incredible. If you know anything about St. Pete, there's not a lot of new construction, but everyone wants to be here.
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of activity when I was up there the other day doing some B-roll shooting for this, and it was very energetic and engaging, and lots of people out, and it just felt really, really good. A lot of people were over at the park by the water. It was really quite enjoyable. Well, Andrew, I really appreciate you taking time to be here with us today. And I'm going to put a link in the description below so that if you want to reach out to Andrew and ask about getting on a list, if you're looking for a certain floor, maybe if you're looking for a particular type of unit, maybe on one side of the building or the other, I know that he'll be able to accommodate those requests, at least in the meantime. Andrew, thanks so much. And I'm sure that we're going to have people that want to get in touch with you. And I'll put a link in the description below. This is Mark Boehmig, Michael Saunders Company.